Hi, please join us in conversation to learn more about TriOS College.
I'm Alan Dale from Gale Force Winds. I am having a great time here in Mississauga, Ontario, talking to the wonderful folks here at TriOS College. Really good things are happening here. Lives are being changed. I mean, people are being welcomed into this campus, into this country with some great success. So I'm so proud to be a part of this conversation. Why don't you introduce yourself, tell us what you do.
Excellent. I'm Tracey Muir. I'm the Regional Director of Career Services for TriOS College, partnership with Sault College.
So, Regional Director for Career Services and the partnership. Let's talk about the Regional Director job first. So what exactly, that sounds like a big job. Tell me all about it.
So I oversee all of the Career Services department. So we have employment specialists that oversee each faculty and program that help the students get their placement and internships and jobs.
Wow, that's a big part, right? Because
huge part.
One thing that TriOS prides itself on is job ready, right?
That's correct, yes.
So you need to make sure that we're ready out the other end of this thing.
That's correct. I often reference our department as the heart of the company.
Okay.
Meaning that we are very student focused, and our main goal is to make sure that the students have success after their program. So everything that they learn in their program is put to use, whether it's a internship at the end of their program or a practicum or placement, or if they don't have that added to their placement or their program afterwards, our goal is that the students get placed right into a job. We recruit by working with recruiters, building strong relationships with our partners throughout the areas.
You mentioned Sault College. Talk to me about that.
So same as Mohawk, we're a partnership of Sault College. So we work with all the international students. Okay,
so you manage that file.
Yeah.
I want to talk a little bit about, you say that you have to have these strong relationships. TriOS doesn't stand here alone in the community. You're a part of a bigger ecosystem, right?
Yes.
Those industry partners. Talk to me about the importance of remaining so connected into your community to understand their needs so that your education matches up to those needs.
Definitely.
Talk to me about that.
Yes, for sure. Well, specifically with Career Services, we do a lot of career fairs. We do a lot of business development. You often see me involved in a lot of the Board of Trades, getting out there and getting to know our employers and building those relationships is really, really important for our students. And just knowing when they're hiring, a lot of the jobs are on Indeed and advertised in that way, but getting to know our partners and our businesses and knowing when they're hiring, it's great to build those relationships in the sense that they'll come to us when they want to hire our students.
Yeah, that must say a lot, right? If they're calling you up and saying, hey, I need that must say a lot about the caliber of student.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I think that the one thing with TriOS, me personally, I was a student of TriOS as well, so I just never wanted to leave. But I was a student and I went out into the field of study. I got hired right out of the gate, so I knew what it felt like to be on that side of the fence. And thankfully, TriOS recruited me back, so I became an employment specialist of my own and working with the students. So I think that was really important, understanding both sides of the that stage for that student. And with that being said, I've been here for 10 years, over 10 years with TriOS.
That's an amazing story, right? I mean, you went through the program, you saw the benefit of going through the program, went out to the workforce, so you got to benefit all of the things along the way, and then lo and behold, you find yourself right back.
Yeah, I think what I found most important, one of my takeaways for TriOS College is that every student that comes into that building, whether it be a remote student or in-class student, you become a part of our family. And I can probably tell you that every student would feel that way, that they are a part of TriOS family. We are very hands-on with our students, where we will make sure that they are listened to, and if they're, whatever they're needing in the sense of their job or their program support, we make sure that we manage that through and give them that support.
It's not every academic institution describes themselves
absolutely.
as family. That's very powerful.
Yeah.
What is it about TriOS that makes you say this word, family?
Again, with my experience of being a student, I had both sides of that family unit. I never thought that, as a student, you come in and you're a part of the events, you're part of the assemblies. They recognize, what you do good as a student. They recognize the wins, and I think that's really important for the outcome of a student to understand when they're doing good and hearing about it. But on the sides of being a staff, this company is outstanding for recognizing their staff and making sure that they feel a part of that community and a part of that stuff. We are a very big organization, and we've grown from the time that I first started at TriOS. I knew that I could walk in and know everybody that worked here, but over the last 10 years we've grown so big. I'd like to say that I know everyone, but I don't. But when you get on the webinars or you get on these meetings, you feel like you know everyone because we're smiling, we're enjoying, the experiences, we're enjoying the meetings, and you just feel that family unit.
What would you tell somebody that's looking at TriOS or in another part of the world right now probably and listening to this conversation? They want to make a career shift, they want to start life anew maybe in another country. What would you tell them about TriOS College?
I would say that TriOS is absolutely student-focused, staff-focused, and that they really do truly care about the outcome of that student success. We do surveys throughout the course of their time here, the students, for both student and staff. So I think that's really important, is gaining what that feedback is. The one thing that TriOS does is that they take these surveys and they action it. So the good, the bad, and the ugly, they will action it and turn it around so that they will continue to build in that, that view of a positive environment to work. I had the pleasures of being a part of the best managed company, the event. I was able to go to that, and it was really, really, an honor to be a part of that for TriOS and represent the hundreds of other organizations that were there. I think that speaks volumes to be a part of something so special.
You would have had the benefit of walking across the TriOS stage as a graduate.
Yes.
What does it feel like now to watch others graduate? Tell me about that day.
I actually literally just went to our convocation last week. It brings tears to my eyes, but it also brings a joy and makes my heart smile to see these students walk across there with such gratitude, and they're so grateful to their instructors, and that I think speaks volumes. Is that when you see a student that is just so proud of where they have come, and to be able to look at their instructors with tears in their eyes, sad to say goodbye. I felt that as a student myself. I can honestly say, walking in as a student at any age, but at my age at that time, I was kind of like, oh my gosh, what am I doing here? But the doors just keep opening for you, right? So to see that for these students, to just keep seeing them open their doors and realize that anything is possible, is really what I find sitting on that stage watching those students cross. It's now their doors are opening, the new doors, and new journey for them.
There's no better way to end this conversation than the doors are opening, and there's plenty of opportunity out there for people that come through and graduate from TriOS. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Thank you for watching. For more information, please visit trios.com.